Hello, I am glad you are here. I'm Dr. Kimberly Garver, member of the Department of Radiology at Michigan Medicine. I am here on behalf of my wonderful colleagues, Dr. Catherine Maturin, an outstanding leader in both our department and the field of radiology, and Dr. Amy Young from the Ross Business School and Center for Positive Organizations at the University of Michigan. We were fortunate to have 3 undergraduate students assist us in this project, which was funded by a grant from the Michigan Medicine Wellness Office. This is a series of 16 short, 10-minute or less modules based on the wonderful 2021 book by Dr. Kim Cameron entitled Positively Energizing Leadership. Dr. Kim Cameron is one of the 3 founders of the Center for Positive Organizations at the Ross Business School, which is trying to change the world of work into a more life-affirming, humane place, while at the same time producing often dramatically higher performance. We have one introductory module that shares the principles of what positive, energizing leadership is and what it can do. The next 15 modules discuss one leadership attribute each that was found across many different industries to be empirically validated to improve workplace well-being and performance. The great news is that each of these attributes and behaviors are easily accessible, free, and require no additional staff or resources. We suggest you use these modules at the beginning of leadership meetings with your team. After you have completed reviewing all of them, continue to start your meetings asking for stories of impact and success using these different attributes. Now, let's get started. I am going to start the discussion with a description from the 2003 book, An Introduction to Positive Organizational Scholarship. See if any of this description of organizations today resonates with you. Imagine a world in which organizations are typified by greed, selfishness, manipulation, secrecy, and a single-minded focus on winning. Wealth creation is the key indicator of success. Members of such organizations are characterized by distrust, anxiety, self-absorption, fear, burnout, and feelings of abuse. Now, in contrast, imagine a world where organizations look like this. Organizations are typified by appreciation, collaboration, virtuousness, vitality, and meaningfulness. Creating abundance and human well-being are key indicators of success. Members of such organizations are characterized by trustworthiness, resilience, wisdom, humility, and high levels of positive energy. Significant attention is given to what makes life worth living. The science of positive organizational scholarship began over 20 years ago by 3 pioneers in management at the Ross Business School at the University of Michigan, Bob Quinn, Kim Cameron, and Jane Dutton. Their objective was to scientifically study the small 1% of organizations that had exceptional positive deviance in business performance to determine their underlying characteristics and drivers. Their ultimate goal was to be able to expand the scientific findings to enable all organizations to flourish in terms of both human capacity and positive business outcomes. This is Dr. Kim Cameron, an internationally recognized expert in management and organizations from the Ross Business School. He is one of the 3 original founders of the Center for Positive Organizations, dedicated to studying what organizations do to promote flourishing, and the author of Positively Energizing Leadership, which is a practical summary of his life's work. I highly recommend you watch this 1-hour recording held on Zoom to better understand the concepts of positively energizing leadership and why they matter. One of the key premises of his book is the idea of the heliotropic effect, which serves as a universal truth, an anchor, and a North Star. This is especially important in difficult times. All living systems are inclined toward or attracted to that which is life-giving, toward positive energy, and are disinclined toward or avoid that which is life-depleting or life-endangering. I suspect you all know how good it can feel to be around positive energizers. You feel inspired, uplifted, and have an increase in energy after such an encounter. Contrast this to an encounter with a de-energizing person, which can be draining and depleting. These positive and negative interactions are quite contagious. And remember that all human beings flourish in the presence of positive energy and languish in the presence of negative energy. So what is a positively energizing leader? I find that the leadership definition given by John Quincy Adams of what it means to be a leader is the best definition I have found. We have added the words positively energizing as his definition captures this idea so well. If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a positively energizing leader. It is stated that between 20 and 70% of outcomes in organizations is due to leadership behavior. In fact, no other factor, culture, strategy, processes, incentive systems, are as important. High-performing organizations also have many more positive energizers, up to 3 times more than lower-performing organizations. This is based on real organizational science and is not just the latest gimmick or business trend. So why be a positive, energizing leader? Virtuous behaviors in leaders result in positive relational energy with others, which result in positive outcomes for people and organizations. This infographic shares the 15 attributes of positively energizing leaders described in the book by Kim Cameron from 2021. Click on this Google link to obtain the infographic for free to share with members of your team. So how did we as a department begin to study these concepts? The radiology department faculty and staff leaders all received a paperback copy of this book funded by the department in preparation for a 1-hour virtual talk by the author, Dr. Kim Cameron, in December of 2021. Each of the 15 attributes were then prepared and discussed with the faculty and high-level staff leaders at the beginning of our virtual weekly team meetings over a 4-month period from February to June of 2022. Our ultimate goal is to recruit and nominate positive energizers from across the department who can meet monthly to share ideas, discuss barriers, and expand on successes to go across the department. This is modeled after the successful practice at the University of Michigan Department of Business and Finance, consisting of over 3,000 diverse employees, which resulted in significantly positive results in terms of employee engagement and business outcomes. Their success story is one of the case studies described in his book. This book study and training was presented as a poster at the International Conference on Physician Health in Orlando, Florida in October of 2022. This survey instrument is directly out of Dr. Cameron's book, Positively Energizing Leadership. Feel free to click on this Google link to obtain a free copy of this Positively Energizing Leadership survey. Leaders may choose to survey their team members to better understand their areas of strength and places that need improvement.